All right. A lot of people guys, why are you going to focus on XRP? There's other coins as well. I just don't want to dilute. I mean, there's no reason to if you're in XRP, you're going to make money. XLM, you're going to make money. Um, there are other coins you can make, obviously, you know, I get it and I'll talk about them. I'll actually do a video later today. But for me, you could just basically, like I did, park my money in, the coin, wait for the bump up to happen, and then go from there. Um, why is this important now? It's more than just recovering from AMC. It's more than just making back the losses on the stock market because of all the shit they did. I want just listen to this.
Society is a fucking scam. So you wake up early in the morning to go to work to pay for a house that you're never at. And you pay for a car that primarily gets you from and to work, correct? The government takes anywhere from, let's say 30 to 50% of your wages. And then there's things like VAT, which is basically your money getting taxed that was already taxed. You save up your whole life for a pension, which at the end of the day, the government takes 40 to 50% of that. Then in your elder years, you're living off canned soup and fucking bread because that's all you can afford. And then you get your state pension, which you can't get until you're like 180 years old. And even with that, if you die before you get it, you can't even pass it down to your kids. The government takes it. We are all getting scammed so fucking bad. It's almost comical. People don't see this shit. How can you work 40 or 50 hours a week, especially nowadays, to pay for fucking nothing? So figure 200 hours a month, you give your life to a corporation, and then halfway through the month, you're struggling to get to payday. Sounds pretty fucking familiar, doesn't it? We're giving our lives away for nothing. It is a scam. We're losing more by going to work than staying our asses home. All a big scam. It's called the American Dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Now, I saw that lady's TikTok, and it's when I saw it, I come across a lot of those things you could imagine. When I saw it, I said to myself, I go back to when I was a kid, and Graveyard, Gene, he used to say something. It was so fucking powerful what he used to say. But he used to say, be very careful about working yourself hard into a life you don't fucking want. And I was like, you're a crazy old dude. Yeah, I guess I'll tell everybody my Christmas story with him. I'll save that for Christmas. But he always used to say that. And he used to say a lot of people, they're just financing their way in order to work a life they don't want and get nothing at the end and get destroyed and cheated and robbed. And then there's people that turn around and do things. And when you do things like investments and stuff like that, yeah, you have your losses and stuff like that. But I'm not going to be eating no fucking canned soup and bread when I get fucking older. That's fucking for sure. That's what I'm bringing to everybody here, because a lot of other people here are not investors, and don't be a fucking investor. Be a fucking survivor. Win. I want you to win. I want you to make money. My money is there as well. That's why it's important now, because people like her and a lot of other people are getting so fucked over it. It's not even funny. Like, for real. Like, everywhere you go, it's like everything is like it's to fuck you over. And I keep saying to myself, like, okay, how do you unfuck yourself? How do you unfuck yourself? I go back to what the old man taught me. He said it real simple. Be very careful about working hard to work your way into a life you don't fucking want. I was like, yeah, I get it now. Big house, fancy car, all these fucking bills. Oh yeah, you gotta work, you gotta pay all this kind of tax, you got nothing. You got nothing. You know what's the most heartbreaking fucking thing? I'll tell you, but years ago. I'm down in fucking Miami. I'm down there like fucking Ricky Martin, fucking handing out dick like whatever. I'm out there fucking enjoying the life. Vida loca. It's fucking women everywhere, Brazilians, Venezolanos. There's fucking, I had like a bag of cash, whatever. So I took a drive because I had to go to the other side of the Miami. As I'm driving back, I go to one of the the turnpike the pay things, And when I go there, I see this sweet, sweet, sweet old man. And he's there collecting the money, to let you go by. And as I was getting the change out of the thing, whatever, because I just recently moved there from California, I see him there, and he's telling me, nice car, and I'm like, and I'm talking to him as I'm getting the change, and he's like, I always wanted to afford a car like that. I came close, so I'm talking to the guy. There's nobody at night that time, whatever. It's nobody on the highway, and I'm like, what happened? He's, I was an accountant with a big firm in New York. I was there for a while. Things became expensive. I came down here. I was fortunate to get this job that helps me live. I kept hearing all this. And I thought to myself, oh my God, this man allowed life to beat him into the fucking knees. You think I'm gonna be fucking collecting tolls on the side of a fucking highway at 2 o'clock in the morning? When this fucking young Puerto Rican comes in a fucking luxury supercar driving by. You fucking think I'm gonna do that to myself? Get the fuck out of here. No way. The reason we're doing this is for one day you don't have to look at yourself in the mirror as an old man and say, life fucked me up and I let it happen. That's why. Let people talk all the shit they want about our coin and other coins we're gonna get into. Let them do whatever. Those motherfuckers are gonna be collecting. They're gonna be worse. They're gonna be bagging fucking They can't even bag supermarket groceries anymore. Machines are doing that. This is the time, no matter how it feels, you have to do something to stand up for yourself, because if you don't, you're going to be fucked up. I know a lot of people don't talk like this, but I'm telling you this, okay? It's not Dave Ramsey, cut up your credit cards, get out of there. Get the fuck out of here. Not one motherfucker there ever fucking went into a dealership and said, yeah, I'll take that Bentley. No, it doesn't work that way. That's why I fucking hate YouTube. YouTube is full of a bunch of fucking faker pretenders. I got money, I got this, I got real estate, you got a fucking thing. You got a fucking nothing. It's funny about this world. Like I get to deal with the everyday people who I love. I do that every day. And I think to myself, like, the one core thing I always say is we will win, because that's how I see this. That's why I can't stand the people who want to be influencers or famous or all that bullshit. Like, come on, that's fucking stupid. At the end of the day, we did something, we're gonna get paid out. We got cheated in AMC because of the corruption there, because of popcorn and the shit they did. I warn people the best I can. That's why I decided just to leave Wall Street entirely. But the gains, the returns, we can get in XRP or just crypto alone. There's a couple of other coins. Not for nothing. I've already, XLM and XTC, huge potential. HBAR, the world hasn't even seen the potential of that motherfucker. Okay, there's another one. There's actually two more. We're gonna make our money in order for you not to eat fucking cans of soup and bread when you're older. At least let me die with some fucking dignity, knowing that your ass won't be starving when you're 65 years old, hoping that the government sends you a check in order for you to buy more fucking soup. These last couple of days, I've been dealing with some health shit. Nothing major, I'll take care of it. It's just recovery stuff. But in the process of everything, I go to doctors that obviously, they don't take health insurance. It's straight out cash. You know how fucking fortunate I am to be able to do that? I'm not full of shit. I know I'm fortunate for that. If my people need, they got. But I stopped for a second. And I said to myself, but I was also that guy in New York City that was broken up and had to fight for everything. When I had the meetup in New York City in Central Park, towards the end of the meetup, there was one guy there. He was an AMC. He was a boxer. I think he lived in Brooklyn. And he just recently had a fight, probably a couple of days ago. And I can see, the effects of the fight. Like, my knuckles were still bruised up and banged up. So, I'm talking to him, right after my episode. So, I'm talking to, and he's trying to make, that affected me. I will never forget him. I don't have contact with him or anything, but that affected me. But the one thing that gives me solace is if he's out there and he's learning the money game, like I said in the other video, $1,000 in XRP back then turned into 300 grand in 2017, I think it was. The thing is, when this bump up starts happening, monies can be fixed, lives can be fixed, things can be put in place. Don't lay down, don't fucking die, let me tell you something, the people that, Let me tell you something. The people that put your dreams down or what you're trying to do, they're trying to put your life there. You're trying to survive. How the fuck are you going to afford life at 72 years old? You think you're going to go get a good job and have a brand new resume? That shit don't work. That shit don't fucking work at all. Come on. You know, I used to live in New York City. It was, you know, the luxury building downstairs, Whole Foods. There was a guy there. He was like the manager. And I used to see him there. And he was 100% like everything was Whole Foods. Whole Foods this, the way we do the Whole Foods. And then one day, because I was like, with a migraine, I was kind of like, you know, slow when I was having to deal with the pay machines, whatever, you know how you pay this. I call it the Skynet. And he's just like, well, Whole Foods is transitioning over to this, and the way we see it, and the way we're going to make our customers happy. And I just had to stop, and I just said, listen, do you know Whole Foods can fire you in a day? They can just turn around and get rid of it. He's like, why would they do that? I said, because they're a corporation, dog. You're talking to me about how good it is that Whole Foods has just adopted a machine to replace human beings at the register. What do you think they're going to do with you one day? I said, you seem like a nice guy. You seem like a smart guy. But don't depend on this, and don't ever think you're going to be part of that. Don't ever think you're part of the company you work for. Companies and governments betray people. That's just how it is. Look what they did to Trump in Colorado, and what they're going to do in California, whatever. Do you think that's fucking fair? America is a banana republic without the bananas. You got to stand up for yourself, because if you don't, you're going to get fucked up. You're going to get fucked up, and it's cold. When you're older and you can't, hope ain't a fucking plan. That's all I can say to you. Anyway, more bits to come. Sorry everyone on a rant. I just, I see shit like that. You know how that makes me feel.